Michael, let's get a look at the latest on the coronavirus situation around the country. We're joined by reporters Stephanie Ferrier in Melbourne and Alexia Atwood in Sydney and Michael Rennie in Brisbane as well. Steph, to you first. There is a warning for those who may be flocking to the beach, in particular with that warm weather on this Melbourne Cup day.
Yes, good morning, David. I'm here at Brighton Beach with the famous boxes behind me. And as you can see, it's not too busy yet. And we can only see a couple of the intrepid swimmers getting out there and braving the cold at the moment. There is a group of icebergers just behind me about to go in as well. But it is expected to be a hot destination later on, with the mercury expected to climb to 30 degrees. And of course, Melburnians not able to go to the track today for the Melbourne Cup running due to COVID restrictions. And that has prompted a warning from the Bayside City Council here that beachgoers will be moved on if they don't exercise proper social distancing. They say they'll have council officers down here monitoring the situation, and they won't hesitate to call in police. Police say that they will have their local patrols backed up by their public order response team, as well as mounted police and water police, just checking out the situation. They want people to enjoy the sunshine, but in a safe way, and they have said that they will be out enforcing the public health directions from the Chief Health Officer, including the wearing of masks like this as well when you're not obviously going into the water. But of course, this comes after a third consecutive double donut day with 0 new cases and 0 deaths reported yesterday. We had just one mystery case as well over the fortnight period, although Brett Sutton, the Chief Health Officer, did tweet late yesterday that there were 3 cases that were under investigation last week that are likely to be added to that tally. Now, he says that the close contacts have already been isolated, and we have just heard, just breaking now, that we have another 0 day, another double donut day of 0 new cases and 0 lives lost. So this is a fantastic news for Melburnians as well today, and that does mean that obviously we're going to be looking at those mystery cases. As I just mentioned, most of those ones are already wrapped up, and Brett Sutton did say that those other cases that might be added to the tally are also probably historical cases that are likely to be resolved. So there's definitely no risk there. And just the tweet that has come out just recently confirming that we're still on this stellar run. So Victorians all over are really on a winner here. Yeah, that's news just coming through as you spoke there of 0 cases, 0 deaths again. But also just confirming there for you, Steph, too, that the number of mystery cases is now confirmed at 2. So one of those cases you were referring to there that Brett Sutton was talking about has been classified now as a mystery case. But great news, 0 cases, 0 deaths, and the rolling 2-week average now 1.9. So more to celebrate today in Melbourne. Alexia, let's go to you in Sydney. Now, the state government there is looking to introduce a mandatory QR code system for restaurants.
Morning, David. Yes, it is a threat that has been looming over the hospitality industry for some weeks now, especially leading into summer. So mandatory QR codes are definitely still on the table, and on-the-spot fines could be issued if COVID marshals aren't ensuring that every single person that walks through the door is checked in, and they're asking to see evidence of that. Now, the Premier has expressed anger again about this issue because we've had this incident this week where the Jasmine's restaurant at Liverpool, it had an infectious person go there, and then it couldn't provide New South Wales health authorities with a complete list of everyone that was there, which is slowing down contact traces. And then late last night, New South Wales Health have issued another alert. They've said that now at the same restaurant, a staff member has tested positive to the virus. So if anyone was there over the last week during certain time periods, they're going to have to isolate for 14 days. And David, I'll just give you a quick update on the New South Wales Victorian situation. I'm sure it's something that everyone is following very closely, especially as we move into Christmas and we're all making plans. The Premier, Gladys Berejiklian, she's given her strongest indication yet that plans are underway. She said that it could be weeks, not months, until that hard border is brought down. And she could have some information about a plan as early as tomorrow. No guarantees, of course, but if that does come through, we'll bring it to you as soon as we can.
All right, a lot of people will be sweating on that. Let's go to Michael now in Brisbane. Speaking of borders, More people are now on their way to the Sunshine State this morning, but if you're from Sydney or Victoria, you may have to wait a little longer.
Yeah, that's right, David. 10 extra flights coming in from New South Wales today. That's the amount of flights. Well, a big increase from last week anyway, but we got 3 from Sydney, 2 from Newcastle, others from Narrabri, Cobar, Coffs Harbour, Orange and Norfolk Island. Now, they're expecting around 410 passengers to be on those flights this morning, compared to last week when there was only 5 flights and 132 passengers on board, so a big increase there. But they will all be greeted by police who will screen them as they come off the flight. Not all of them obviously will have to go into quarantine. Even if they come from Sydney, it will be on a case-by-case basis, because some people actually just come through the airport and they're passing through. And so the border also reopening down at Coolangatta this morning, and expecting that to be very busy later on today. It was quiet last night, not many cars coming through, but that will pick up as the day goes on. If you have a border pass that it hasn't expired currently, you don't need to go and get a new one. You just have to wait until that one expires. But then you'll have to apply for the G Pass, the General Declaration Pass, which will be available on the Queensland government website.
All right, Michael, Alexia and Steph, thank you all very much for that.